Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty Nomad. Today I'm going to be doing this pretty simple, even though it looks quite glam, look that I've pulled together just with doing a little bit of tinted moisturizer on the skin, nothing on the eyes except for mascara, and of course a big bold brows, and then this lip that just pulls everything together. So if you want to see how I did it, just keep watching. So I just exfoliated my skin and then put on a bit of moisturizer. So I'm going to jump in with my Nars Tinted Moisturizer in St. Moritz. I don't like putting this all over my face for just a day-to-day look, so I just kind of target it where I need it. And instead of getting a beauty blender involved, this is designed to be used with your fingers, and the more you tap like this, it just layers it instead of, you know, kind of swiping it across like that, which kind of ends up taking more product off. You see how I like brace my finger like this and kind of use it as a sponge? Like this is what, you know, I'd be kind of dabbing with a beauty blender, but I just find it works a lot better with the warmth of my fingers. This is quite a glowy tinted moisturizer, as you can see, so I will be kind of blotting out some of the shine with a powder afterwards. I don't normally do coverage on my forehead. I don't feel like I need it. That's why it's important with the tinted moisturizer to get a shade as closely matched to your skin as possible, because if this was different, if this was a different color, then I would have to cover my forehead with it. Okay, I'm just gonna let that sit and oxidize if it has to. And I'm gonna go in with my Age Rewind Highlighting Concealer by Maybelline under the eyes. I find that this concealer picks up really well on camera. Like you can see, it's brightening things right up and it's really glowy. But in real life, I feel like it kind of, I don't know how to describe this, it almost feels like it's pilling a little bit, and you can still see the dark circle. So it is a very reflective, light coverage sort of concealer. So I don't use this for heavy work. But I did get a good 8 hours of sleep last night, so I'm hoping that I don't really need more than this. Okay, so there's the concealer sorted. I'm just going to set everything down with my By Terry powder. This is a hyaluronic based ultra micronized mineral powder, so it's mattifying, but it's also like weirdly really hydrating at the same time, which kind of works for me because I don't have an oily skin, I have more of a dry skin. So just where it's really glowy there, I'm just going to pat that over it. So it doesn't take all the glow away, but it really helps to kind of dim it down a bit and ensure that my tinted moisturizer is going to stay put for the rest of the day. Now I'm just going to spot correct any little blemishes with my Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage in SC05. It's a well-loved product by me. I use it a lot. Okay, there's my skin cleaned up. For the most part, that already makes such a difference. Now it's time to move on to brows. I like to kind of comb my brows like to the side, so the hairs are pressed down that way and I can see exactly where kind of the sparse bits are, and then go in and fill them in. They don't need to be HD perfect. I mean, this is just kind of like my fast everyday look, but you can already see how by cleaning up the skin, getting the complexion even and brightened, and putting a brow on, like I look so much more pulled together. I like to tilt my head back and see if my brows are kind of starting in the same place and have the same height on them. I find that really kind of helps me to identify where to build. This one looks more sharp and this one looks more rounded, doesn't it? I spend quite a bit of time on brows because I'm keeping the rest of the look pretty minimal. Like I need these to do the heavy lifting for me in terms of carrying the look. Okay, that's a bit better. My eyes are almost done. I'm just gonna put on some mascara and curl my lashes first. This makes a world of a difference for me when I'm keeping everything else really minimal. I actually have quite long lashes, but they're really straight. So just adding a bit of curl gives me a lot of impact without using any other product. This is the Definicils mascara from Lancome. I find it's really, really good at making them really long and separated. I wouldn't say it's the best mascara for volume, but for an everyday sort of look where I'm trying to make it more minimal, this works fine. Okay, and to finish up, I'm going to give myself a little bit of warmth through the cheek, a little bit of contouring, pretty minimal though. Oh, this bronzer shows up way darker on camera than it looks in real life. Good, makes my job easy. Take what's left over and kind of just run it through my socket there, just to kind of like unify warmth throughout the face. Kind of helps to open up my eye a little bit too. I'm a bit heavy, so I'm just gonna highlight a little bit underneath it to brighten things up again. I don't like that. That's gotten like patchy looking there. See, it's like dark, and then there's this like gap in between. So make sure I even that out. Okay, and now I have these two strange looking lines running down my face, and I have all this empty space up here. So I'm just gonna finish up with a little bit of a highlighting blush. I like to pick a blush with a little bit of a light reflective shimmer in it so that it acts like a blush, a color, and a highlighter in one step. That means I can pull it all the way up here. So it helps to like kind of sit over that contour and blend into the contour a bit, camouflaging it. I find smiling, it gives me that lift, and it like lets me see exactly where, okay, well that's where the contour is, this has to sit over the top. Step back and check the work. I find that this contour is still showing up really heavy, so just on a brush with nothing on it, I'm just going to use that to kind of blend the two together, the blush and the contour. Just sort of smudge out that contour a little bit so it's not so harsh. Use it as a big diffusing eraser, basically. I think the reason this is looking patchy is not really because of the bronzer, it's because I put a concealer over the top, this one, over the top of my powder, and now it's all kind of collected together, which is a bit of a fail, but I'm just gonna patch over the top again with a little bit more of the concealer, because it's the bronzer that's like clinging to the cream concealer. So I just actually have to take a little bit of that color, like dial that color down, dial the color of the bronzer down. See, it's kind of ironic, but like I actually have to add more of the bronzer. Sorry, that's my phone. I just actually have to add concealer over the bronzer to correct that problem. Et voila. See how this fixed the problem? No patchiness anymore. Okay, and then just to finish off the look, I'm going to do a bright red lip just to add a bit of color to the whole look. This is Rita from Nars. It's part of their Audacious collection. Nothing on my lips, I'm just going to go straight from the bullet. This is super duper pigmented, so I'm not really pressing down very hard. I don't want like, I mean, obviously it is coming out very like opaque and full cover, like full color, but I kind of want it to be a bit like, I don't want it to be this like block of like matte red color. I want it to kind of be a little bit like smudgy, almost like I put lipstick on and then I ate something and that's like the leftover look. I want it to be a bit messy. If I blotted, it would just like turn it into that kind of easily if I over apply, but I try to apply just the right amount so I don't have to go do that step. And just putting on that lip really brought so much more life to my face, I found. It's just one little step. When you're in a rush and you don't want to do a whole face, stick on a big loud color on your lip and it just like brings your whole face to life so quickly. That's it, that's the look done. I'm just gonna pull out my hair. Keeping with the theme of like kind of being a bit messy and undone, my hair is just sort of like a pile of curls at the moment. It's not really doing anything special. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me put this look together. If you have any feedback, please leave me a comment. I love hearing from you, and I'll catch you next time. Ciao for now. Bye.